Good morning, everyone. I apologize. We're running a little late. We had a 9 o'clock webinar as well. Do appreciate all of you joining us. I have Anthony Nizzi with us today from Gillico. He is going to go over the industry leading income product that Gillico does offer. As we go along, feel free to type any questions into the question box and we will try to get those answered for you. I'm going to start with some housekeeping items, go as quick as I can, and then we will dive into our webinar. First thing we're going to go over is our new producer builders. So as you can see, we do have multiple tiers within our new producer builders program. This is one of our most popular programs that we do have here at IAMS. Within each of these levels, we have multiple personal perks for you as well as business building tools. If you are ever wanting to have a conversation about where you stand toward your new producer builder, or would like to have a conversation about how to utilize that bonus, that is a great conversation to be having. Do not hesitate to give us a call. We would love to talk to you about that. Next thing we are going to go over are our IAMS business builders. Our referred producer program is one of the most popular programs that we do have available here at IAMS. Just like your business is built on referrals, and that is the best client that you can possibly attain, ours is too. So as a thank you for referring a valued agent over to IAMS, once that agent does get contracted, we are going to give you a $50 one-time bonus. Then, as your referral rights business, you are going to receive, 20 bips on any indexed annuity premium. You can see the numbers that you'll receive for life, single premium life, and MIGA business. These dollars do really truly add up. Our executive team cuts checks for thousands of dollars on a quarterly basis to our agents. And as I said, we do appreciate any referral that you do send our way, and we will do our best to get them contracted and get you on your way to earning some referred producer dollars. We do also offer our marketing reimbursement program. This is after your first 180 days of contracting with us. Rough numbers on that are we pay $100 into your marketing reimbursement account per $100,000 of indexed annuity premium that goes paid. We have a $200 for $100,000 in single premium life and $200 for $10,000 in life target premium. And those dollars add up very quickly as well. Next thing we are going to go over is the core of IAMS and what Charles Hiring founded us on over 36 years ago, and that is the back office support that we do provide you. We are going to assist you with each and every client that you work with on a step-by-step basis. So we are going to get you all of your quotes that you need, assist you with your case design, get you your applications and your brochures out to you, as well as your contracting and your product training. Then once you do get that piece of business written, if you do not utilize the Firelight eApp platform, we will scrub your app if you send it to us, and then we will submit it to the carrier on your behalf and follow up on that piece of business every 3 business days to make sure that it does go paid in a timely manner. We do also have top sales expertise and coaching. We have 30 plus years on both our life and annuity sales decks of experience, but we do also have external coaching to get you able to reach out to clients in a specific market that you are looking to target. We also offer paperless contracting through the SuranceBay platform, which does make contracting much easier for those of you that remember the days of the 30 pages of contracting that you have to fill out. We are on Firelight. You can access Firelight through our website at www.imsinc.com. It's a single sign-on the IAMS website. Once you are in the website, you can access the Firelight platform and start your e-app. The most important thing that I have yet to point out this morning is our phone number, and that is 800-255-5055. If you would like to try to write a Firelight e-app and see just how much easier it does make the application process, but you do have some hesitation and questions, please don't hesitate to give a call. Any of us are happy to walk you through it. So as you can see, the benefits of Firelight is it does accelerate the application process. It ensures that there are very, very minimal errors within the applications. Clients can e-sign the app. It goes directly into our queue where it does get scrubbed and get submitted in good order. The majority of our carriers are within our Firelight e-app platform, even Lincoln and Nassau in New York, and then our life carriers are on the iGo platform as well. Creative marketing services is something that we are very good at here at IAM. We do have a full in-house creative team to help you with any marketing solutions that you might be looking for. But with that, we have turnkey solutions for you as far as our newsletters. Some of the emails that you see us send out, we can customize those with your brand and your logo. If you have not created a customizable brand for your business, I would highly recommend that you give Creative a call and talk to them about how to do so. This will grow your organic market very naturally. And then we do have what everyone else is looking for, and that is digital marketing solutions. So we can get you a website up and running. We can help you with digital marketing strategies, do social media consulting for you, email marketing, and online newsletters. Next thing we are going to go over is my favorite thing that we do have, and that's our website, imsinc.com, like I did mention earlier. Within our website, you have access to everything that we access throughout the day to help you. And that website is available to you 24/7. I do know that there is nothing better than talking to us on the phone and talking through case design and stuff. But if there is ever an instance where, it's after 6 o'clock Central Time and there's nobody here in the office to assist you, almost anything that you need is available to you on the IAMS Inc. website, as well as our sales resource library. If you have not registered for our website, go out and do so. It's simple. And check out our sales resource library as well. There are a lot of very valuable marketing tips within that. Next thing we are going to go over is our retirement analyzer software. This is a software program designed to help you show your clients where they currently are and where they will be if they do implement the suggestions that you present to them. It's a very simple software to use. I can tell you, I am not the most computer savvy person out there, and I can run a retirement analyzer on a client. It is something that if you have an interest in, you can reach out to Marcus Solar within our office and get signed up for your 15-day free trial. Next thing we are going to go over, and I'm going to launch my first poll question. I do appreciate everyone's participation in these polls. The quicker you answer the question, the quicker we move on. Would you like more information on IAMS Wealth? So IAMS Wealth is something that we founded 3 or 4 years ago now. We have helped advisors pass their Series 65 at a very successful clip. It is a department within IAMS that we did grow very organically with the producers that we have. But what it will help you do is increase your revenue. It will improve your client retention. You know, I'd like to talk about suitability when we're talking about client retention. So we all know that annuity suitability is likely only going to allow your client to invest 50% of their net worth into an annuity. Let's say the client has $500,000. Likely, an annuity carrier is going to take somewhere between $250,000 and $275,000 of that money. Where are the rest of those funds going to go? They are going to have to be sent somewhere else because you cannot service that client on the RIA side. So what this does allow you to do is to service all of your clients' finances. If you would like to have a conversation with Duncan about this, I click yes, and if not, click no, but it is a great conversation to be having. I'm going to close out my poll question. Moving on to our top producer summit. There still is a little time left to qualify. You do have until June 30th of 2022. 4.5 million points does get you qualified. We do have a exclusive cruise that will be going through Rome, Capri, Messina, Italy. You're going to go to Greece, Montenegro, and Croatia and end up in Venice. This is a very, very top producer summit. This is one of the best trips that IAMS has ever offered. If you would like more details, they are available on our website, or you can feel free to give us a call. Next thing we are going to go over, and I'm going to launch my next poll question. Would you like more information about our upcoming Life and Annuity Academy? We do have dates for it. It will be April 6th through the 8th. Great opportunity for you if you are active in the life and annuity markets and are looking for ways to increase your sales. We do bring in our top 4 producers. They do go over what they have done throughout the course of their career to get from the bottom to the top. We will be focusing on advanced annuity sales topics, wealth transfer tools. We will have some of our lead vendors there to go over whatever promotions they'll be running for the academy. We will have our turnkey seminar solutions and a presentation on that. We'll also go over annuity industry threats and trends. I do, like I said, appreciate everyone's participation. Would you like more information? Yes or no? I'm going to close out this poll in just a minute. You can also register for the Academy on our website at imsinc.com. So we are on Facebook and LinkedIn. So go out there and give us a like on Facebook and follow us on LinkedIn. We do have industry updates on a weekly basis on both sites. And with that, I am going to hand it off to Anthony.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for taking the opportunity to join the call here today. You know, IAMS and Guarantee Income Life is we've kind of an old partnership that that has been here renewed. in recent months. We're really excited to feature our fixed and index annuity um, with IAMS. There's a lot of benefits that come along with our FIA product. But really today I'm going to really focus on the income story and a little bit here on the accumulation story. But I want to get into, Guarantee Income Life Insurance Company. We're a growing company. I realize we're not, we're not a household name. But I think it's really important to kind of realize the story behind Guarantee Income Life, or as many of you might know in the industry, we're referred to as Gillico. So we were actually, we're practically a 100-year-old company. We were founded in 1926 in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Guarantee Income Life Insurance Company was a MIGA company. We did some life insurance business. In 1999, we were one of the first carriers to market with an asset-based long-term care annuity product. Fast forward to 2016, when we were purchased by our parent company, Couvert. That year, we did $45 million in premium business. That's million with an M, right? We in 2021 we did $900 million in new sales. The majority of that being in our fixed and index annuity product. So we've grown. We've doubled in sales 5 times since the acquisition by Couvert, along with our sister company, United Life Insurance Company, which was also purchased by Couvert. Combined, we did over $2 billion in sales in 2021. Couvert also has purchased Lincoln Benefit Life. So many people might not recognize the name Guarantee Income Life. They might not recognize the name Couvert, but Lincoln Benefit Life is still a household name. We purchased that on December 31st of 2019, significantly increasing our overall assets. And combined with all of our companies, we have over 30 billion in assets with Couvert. Guarantee Income Life right now, this is an outdated slide. We're up to getting close to the 18 to 20 billion dollar mark in total assets between us and Lincoln Benefit Life. So our FIA product, the WealthChoice. What you're going to see here with the WealthChoice product is it is an extremely straightforward and simple solution. I'm not going to spend a ton of time here on the product specs. What I do want you to take away here from this product spec is that we have a 5-year version, we have a 7-year version, and then we have a 10-year version. The 10-year can be issued with or without a bonus. And on the 5 and the 7-year, we will issue up to the age of 90. One of the things that you're going to see here with us is you're going to see one of the most client-friendly products in the industry, and you're going to see one of the most agent-friendly products in the industry. So we still allow 10% free withdrawals in all of our products. That starts in the first year. That's kind of a differentiator these days. Those used to be table stakes, 10% free withdrawals in the first year, and every year after that. You see more and more carriers going to 0% in the first year and then 5% in years 2 through 10. We're still 10% every single year. We also have a built-in return of premium rider that can be accessed beginning in the 6th contract year, where the client can exit out of the annuity contract and never receive less than their original premium back. There's also no chargebacks if to the rep if the client accesses their money in the first year and that 10% free withdrawal. Of course, there's a chargeback on death, 50% in the first 6 months, or excuse me, 100% in the first 6 months, 50% in the second 6 months, but there's no chargeback if they utilize their free withdrawal in the first year. We have some of the highest rates in the industry right now. This is our 5-year product. We have an annual point-to-point with a cap on the S&P 500 at 5%. That's the highest annual point-to-point with a cap on the S&P 500 in the industry right now. One of the things that you're going to see on all of our products is we have a death benefit feature. We're going to pay out 110% of the account value if it's taken over 5 years. The other thing you're going to see with all of our products is that our maturity age Okay, that's, you hear this maturity age or annuitization age. Ours is 110, which is really unique also in the industry. You see more and more carriers moving to a maturity age of age 100, but as people are living longer, they don't want to deal with maturity ages, and I get at least 24 cases a month where clients are up against a forced annuitization and they need somewhere to go with the money. And that's kind of something you never have to worry about with Guarantee Income Life. Our 7-year product, it's really the same as the 5-year product. The biggest difference between the 7 and the 5 is that you can add our income rider onto the 7-year product, and the income rider is available up to the age of 75. You get a little bit higher rates with the 7-year product. We got 5.25 on the annual point-to-point with a cap, and our Horizon Ascend index is at 80% participation. I'll cover the Horizon Ascend index here by the time we're finished with this presentation. And then our 10-year product, this product far and away takes the most sales. The 10-year product, we can issue this with or without a bonus. The bonus is 5% if they choose to elect it. Generally speaking, if you're going for accumulation, many people forego the bonus, and they take the higher participation rate on the Horizon Ascend index, which is at 100%. If they're choosing to take income, especially income early, which I'll talk about here in a minute, generally they go with the bonus, and that kind of increases the guaranteed income amount that the clients will receive. So our income story. What I want to share here with this income story is, we don't have, it's really a straightforward income story. Okay, we don't have a roll up, and we don't have a bonus to a benefit value, right? We don't even have a benefit value. Everything is based on the account value. Okay, but what we do have is we do have these really high withdrawal percentages. So you're going to see a lot of carriers out there in the industry. You might see these big roll-ups. You might see carriers who offer a 30% bonus to the benefit value. And one of the things that they do is they say that, well, we're giving a 30% bonus to the benefit value to jumpstart income. Well, they're not really offering a 30% bonus to the benefit value to jumpstart income. What they're doing is they're offering a 30% bonus to the benefit value to jumpstart fees, because fees are calculated off of the benefit value but then deducted from the account value. So let me just use an example. If you have $100,000 that you deposit and you have a 30% bonus to the benefit value, now your benefit value is $130,000. Well, if you charge a 1% fee based on the $130,000, $1,300 will be deducted from the $100,000. That's no longer a 1% fee, that's a 1.3% fee. And so that's one of the things that they do in order to jumpstart those fees to be able to market a lower fee. Our fee is already one of the lowest income rider fees in the industry at 75 basis points. But it's a true 75 basis points that's deducted from the account value. So it makes it even lower, and it makes it so the account value can have room to grow a little bit more aggressively than what you can experience with other types of products. As I mentioned, our payouts are the highest in the industry. Our payouts are so easy to calculate. It's always just 10% of the client's age. Okay, so if you have a 60-year-old, they're going to get 6% when they turn on income. If you have a 65-year-old, when they turn on income, they're going to get 6.5%. If you have a 72-year-old, they're going to get 7.2%. And all of our income is calculated on the account value. Okay. The other thing is that we don't reduce income for joint income. So many years we're going to be the highest income in the industry when you're talking joint income, because most carriers will reduce income factors by 50 bips. We don't do that. 2 65-year-olds will get the same payout as 1 65-year-old. One of the things that makes it so we're not as recognizable is that our income rider can't be officially turned on until year 4. But one of the things I really want to point out to you is, remember, you can take up to 10% free withdrawals in years 1, 2, and 3. So one of the things we've done, and I'm going to share it with you in a case study, is here at the home office, we've backed into what will that income be if we start income in years 1, 2, and 3? How can we back into how much the client can take out and still be able to continue that income when they turn income on in year 4? And I'll share that with you in just a moment. So here I have a case study, right? I have Frank and Lauren. They're both age 65. They want to retire and they want to start income immediately. And this is really where we specialize in, is income in years 1, 2, 3, or 4. And really we specialize in that area because it's becoming less and less popular to have, you know, a 10-year roll-up. And especially now in a rising interest rate environment, to be able to allow it to roll up that long and then start income, we don't know what the interest rate environment is going to look like in 10 years. And I get cases, this is a sales idea here for you guys. I get cases probably about one a day, where somebody calls me and what they're doing is they're looking to turn income on at their current carrier. Okay, they've had a rider on that current carrier where they've let it grow for 5 years, 7 years, 10 years, maybe even longer. And now that they're wishing to turn on income, they want to compare what that current carrier will pay compared to what we will pay for income immediately. And almost 100% of the time, we can provide more income than what that current carrier can provide. So we get a lot of replacements for people who have been in income riders for a long time and then are coming to us for income immediately. And all that really did was it resulted in them paying for an income rider at another carrier that they're never going to use. So we really like to go after the clients who we know are going to turn income on in the first, second, third, sometime early in the contract, because it creates a more predictable outcome for you, the rep, for the client, and for us, the carrier, as well. So Frank and Lauren, they want to begin income immediately, but how can they do that with if we don't turn income on until year 4? So what we do internally is we create levelized free withdrawals in years 1, 2, and 3, and then we turn income on in year 4. And remember, the income is always based on the account value. And the income, when they turn it on in year 4, is always going to be 10% of the client's age. So if they're 65 when they turn it on in year 4, in Frank and Lauren's case, they're going to be 69 when they turn it on in year 4. So they're going to get 6.9% of the account value when they do that. And we're not going to reduce income for joint income in this scenario. So how do we calculate what those levelized free withdrawals are for Frank and Lauren? Well, we've come up with this cheat sheet. Nicole and everyone at IAMS has access to this cheat sheet. We have this available here in a marketing flyer as well, that you can keep in your briefcase, you can have on your desk to easily calculate income. And what this cheat sheet tells us is it tells us what percent we need to multiply the premium by, assuming we're using the WealthChoice 10 with the 5% bonus. So this case, Frank and Lauren are both 65. So we're going to go to the age 65, and they're going to use let's say they're going to use the index strategy. If they use the index strategy, we multiply $100,000 times 5.775%, and that tells us what they're going to be able to take out in years 1, 2, and 3. And when they turn income on in year 4, assuming a 0% return, they're going to be able to get that same $5,775. Now, I did a quick check on Annuity Rate Watch here just this morning. I check it every day. There's no one in the industry that is paying for just a single 65-year-old. There's no one in the industry that's paying $5,775 for or 5.775% for a single 65-year-old at $100,000. So for single income, we're going to be about 8 to 10% higher than the next highest carrier on annuity rate watch. For joint income, we're going to be about 16 to 20% higher compared to the next highest illustrating carrier on annuity rate watch using this concept. And that's at all ages across the board. If they want to go into the fixed rate strategy, that assumes a 1% return. So by assuming that 1% return every single year, we'll be able to get a little bit higher guaranteed payout. And that's the reason you see the 5.93% return for the fixed rate payout. So let's take a look at that here real quick. This is what the illustration looks like. Okay, so what we have is we have a WealthChoice 10 with a bonus. We showed this is for Frank and Lauren, 2 65-year-olds, but it makes no difference whether it's 1 65-year-old or 2 65-year-olds. They're going to get the exact same payout. We allocated 100% into the fixed rate. And what we did on our illustration software is we put in $5,930 as a free withdrawal in years 1, 2, and 3. And then in year 4, we kicked on the income and paid out that same $5,930 guaranteed for the rest of their life when they turn income on in year 4. These are guaranteed rates. Our minimum fixed bucket rate is 1%, and that's what we're illustrating at here.
Anthony, if you have a client that's 65, say husband wife, does it go off the 65 and if the wife's 63, or does it go off the 63-year-old?
That's a great question, Nicole. It does go off if you have a 65-year-old and a 63-year-old. It is still based on the younger spouse.
Okay.
Okay, so it will go off the 63-year-old. And in that case, we go here, just some quick math first. Yep. You have 5.634%. So I'm not very good at math, but on $100,000, they would get $5,634.
If they opted for the no bonus.
If they opted,
that is with the 5% bonus. Gotcha.
With the 5% bonus. If they opted for the index strategy, it would be $5,634. If they opted for the fixed rate strategy, it would be $5,786.
Perfect.
So again, here's how it looks. Again, these are guaranteed income rates, even though we're taking free withdrawals in years 1, 2, and 3. Here's how it looks when we allocate 100% into the Horizon Ascend 5% index. Now, this is assuming 0% returns. Okay, so this is assuming that we earn nothing in years 1, 2, and 3. So these are guaranteed payouts for the index strategy. They take out $5,775 the first, second, and third year, and when they turn income on in the fourth year, they're going to get that same $5,775, whether they're 1 65-year-old or 2 65-year-olds. Now, I get asked this all the time. Okay, so if this is assuming 0% returns, well, then what's it look like with some positive returns? And this is where it really shines. So I do want to just say over here on the right-hand column here, I need to change that. It says 100% fixed rate, but this is an illustration based on the Horizon Ascend index. So assuming our hypothetical returns in the Horizon Ascend index, using the current 60% participation in the Horizon Ascend, the client's we're gonna start them out at the same 5,775 in years 1, 2, and 3. But then when they turn income on in year 4, remember, they're gonna get 6.9% because they're 69 years old at that point, 6.9% based on the account value. Now their income jumps to 6,535. And that's just such a great story, because even we're still the highest compared to anybody on annuity rate watch. But really, anyone on annuity rate watch, the income is gonna be the income. That's what they're locking themselves in at. And with Guarantee Income Life, not only are we gonna start out approximately 8% higher than the next highest illustrating carrier, but they're more likely than not, we're going to get some sort of credit, right, in the first, second, or third year. And they're going to get a significant increase in their income starting in year 4. So more likely than not, beginning in year 4, we're going to be upwards of 25 to 30% higher a single, and maybe even 40% higher, 35% higher for a joint when they take income in year 4. I'm going to pause right there. Is there any way for anyone to ask questions, Nicole?
Yep, they can type them into the box. I have a
Okay.
question. So
Yes.
on the accumulation value column, it's showing 101,648.
Mm-hmm.
Shouldn't it be, so if they're getting a 5% bonus, shouldn't it be 105? Why isn't it 105?
Yeah, the withdrawal is assumed
Oh,
to
the
be.
withdrawal comes out in the rider fee. Gotcha.
Yep, exactly.
Does that make sense to everybody? So what he's saying is that with that first line is assuming that withdrawal has already come out after issue, and that rider fee then is charged at the end of the year. Correct? The rider
Correct.
fee at the end of the year. Yeah.
Yep, and it's, I don't really love the way we do our illustrations, and I think everyone kind of struggles with this. You see illustrations done a lot of different ways, right? So this is end of year 1, but in reality, what the accumulation value assumes is it assumes that we received the bonus, we deducted the fee, and we credited the interest.
Yep, and that makes perfect sense. And one thing I will tell all of you on the call is that this is simple math. You know, you get into other carriers' illustrations, these numbers don't add up line by line, and you do get questioned by your clients, as you know. I mean, this is taking 105,000, deducting 57.75, deducting the rider fee that is very, very low, 75 basis points of $768 annually, as opposed to, you know, over $1,000 rider fee. And then it shows the accumulation value starting in year 2 or at the
Yep,
end of year 2.
yep. So, and Nicole, kind of going back to like the qualifications, right? For some of those trips. And
Right.
I think that's so important. Like, we all want to qualify for things, and we all want to do more production. And I think the biggest thing for everyone is, well, how do I benefit my clients, and how do I increase production? And we need to find ways, especially in this best interest environment, we need to find ways to do both of those. And one of the super easy ways for people to do it is to just utilize this cheat sheet. Okay? And if you have a client who is going to turn income on this year, be it with any carrier out there, just type in their accumulation value, take it into your calculator, find out their age, let's say they're 65, and type in their accumulation value. Let's say they have $100,000, right? And we're going to provide them $5,775. If their current carrier they're with isn't going to provide them $5,775 guaranteed, then it could be beneficial for them to switch to Gillico to turn on income right away. And so we really look at, and we look at replacements and things like that, as we look at it holistically. So we will look to say, like, if we're providing 20% higher income than what they're going to be able to get at their current carrier, like, we'll look at that case and find out if it makes sense for the client to move.
Anthony, we have a question. Can you go back to the illustration page with the rider fee?
Mm-hmm.
Because I have a question. Why does the rider fee stay the same if the account value is going down? The
Yes.
rider fee is going down. Oh, it locks at the 726.
Yep. It
Why?
Yep. It locks. It locks when you turn on income
Until your account value is gone.
until your account value is gone. But if you notice here, like, let's go back to the no performance, right?
Right.
So what you notice here is, you notice for the first 3 years, the rider fee actually decreases, and that's because the client's account value is decreasing as well.
Right.
And so what I find that being, very interesting is, let's say you have a carrier, $100,000, slap on a 30% bonus to the benefit value. Okay, and
Right.
that $130,000, like, and they're charged, let's just use a round number of 1%. Okay, they're charged $1,300 per year based on that benefit value, whether their account value decreases or not, or whether they've turned income on or not. And one of the best things here about us is that rider fee. If you have 0% returns, that rider fee is going to decrease with the account value until they actually activate income.
So once the income is activated, the rider, whatever the rider fee was off of the account value, just so everybody's clear, once you turn on your income rider and you are no longer in the 10% free withdrawal phase of this product, you are going to pay, even though your account value is going down, it locks in at whatever it was the year the client activated the lifetime income benefit rider.
Exactly.
Does that make sense, everybody? Yes, I hope. But still, you're looking at an income rider fee that is almost half less than rider fees out there. I mean,
Exactly.
it's $100 over half less. I mean, most rider fees on $100,000 is at least $1,000 against the accumulation value every single year. Anyway, go ahead, Anthony. I'm sorry.
I think that I
I
think
went
that's
off on a tangent.
I think that's a really good point. And I talk to people all the time, and they're not concerned about rider fees. And I just think that it's such a big thing in the industry. How
Well,
these rider fees are charged, and I think that us charging 75 basis points on the account value versus a benefit value is extremely important.
yeah, I would agree. Because as you can see, you guys have joined me on all of my income rider webinars and my Ascend presentation. And typically these products run out of accumulation value by the time the client is 78 years old. That's just the way they're designed.
I mean, totally. And a lot of that, Nicole, goes to, well, once the fee is charged based on a benefit value, it results in a much higher fee for the client, and it erodes the account value much faster.
Right.
Um,
Where at least, even though people are living longer, at least still on a hypothetical basis, you're looking at having an accumulation value still, not, albeit not much, but you do still have 3,500 at age 85. You aren't at zero at 78.
exactly. Exactly. So what we ask of all of you on the call here today, is to take the income challenge, right? This is not much different than the ice bucket challenge or the milk crate challenge or any other challenge that is out there on Instagram or TikTok or circling the internet. Um, anyway, the income challenge is simply, the next time you have an income case or you have a client who's looking to turn on income, pick up the phone, give IAMS a call, give Guarantee Income a call, and let's just make sure, let's compare, to make sure that 9 times out of 10, we're going to be able to provide higher income. I'm just telling you. And I think it's a great idea for you guys to compare, to say, okay, well, what can you guys do compared to my current carrier, whether it's income immediately, income after the first year, second year, or if you're even waiting until the fourth year. There's a lot of reasons why you would want to use Guarantee Income Life with our income rider compared to other carriers out there.
And Anthony, touch on that suitability just one more time briefly. So, about how you will consider the best interest of the client, regardless of what the benefit base is on the other policy.
Yeah, the benefit base, like, we don't really take benefit base into consideration. Some carriers do, we don't, right? We know it's just this imaginary number that is used to calculate income and fees. So we really don't take the benefit value in consideration. We take a holistic view at, okay, well, is there a death benefit attached? Okay, we do have a death benefit attached to ours, the 110%. How does that compare? And what's the end result here for the client? Like, if they have a surrender, okay, well, what is the surrender? How much is that eating away at their account value? How long will it take for them to recoup that surrender based on our product? But I get asked all the time for, people want hard and fast rules, right? Will you take a 5% surrender? Yes, we will. Not all the time, but yeah, we will take a 5% surrender. We'll take a 7% surrender. It just all depends on what's in it for the client. And there are a lot of carriers out there, and this isn't a knock against the big carriers or anything like that. Just because of sheer size, they've built in hard and fast rules to manage their process. And Guarantee Income Life, we're growing fast, but we're still a small enough company that we're willing to take a holistic view at everything and take everything into consideration here for the client. So I'll give you just a quick example. There was a product that had been in force for 3 years with another company. So it wasn't like it was an extremely old product. There was a positive MVA on the product. If they turned the income rider on at their current carrier, they would get X amount of dollars. We were able to actually provide about 10% higher income than what they could get. So we took it. We took that case, even though it was roughly a 7% gross surrender with a positive MVA. It might have been like a 3% net surrender, something like that. But we were open arms for that case because it put the client in a better situation.
So basically, what we're telling all of you on the call today is that, if you think this is a product you'd like to take a look at for your client, whether or not the suitability might be questionable, if you just want to take a look and take the income challenge, give us a call. We are more than happy to work these numbers up for you.
And the other side of this is I get this all the time here, Nicole, and I want to touch on this here for just about 5 minutes. Is you see a lot of products out there, and it's like you have income products and you have accumulation products. And I hear people all the time say, well, Gillico is really an income product. And it's really just not the case. Like, this is a really strong accumulation product that happens to have an awesome income rider that you can add on to it. And the income rider is optional here for the product. But even when you have an income product that is 100% based on the account value, you want some strong performance associated with it. And we have some really good S&P 500 caps right now. We have an S&P 500 par that is at 40% without the bonus on the 10-year. It's at 30% with the bonus on the 10-year. That performs extremely well. But we have this Horizon Ascend Index that has also done extremely well. And I don't want to get too far into the weeds. I just want to let you guys know that it's an extremely diversified index, which is really important because it allows, when you're diversified amongst 4 different asset classes and 8 different ETFs, it allows the index to stay invested longer because it has multiple ways to reduce the volatility before going to cash. And that's so important because people jump to cash in these indexes, not people, but the algorithm jumps to cash in these indexes far too quick when they don't have multiple different fixed income options to go into. And the results of this index have been really positive. And I just really want to draw attention to the yellow bar graph there. This index has displayed positive returns 95.9% of the time. So 96% of the time, this index is putting returns up on the board. And when we go back to the income illustration, and I say, assuming 0%, you're going to get this amount of income. But if you have any positive returns, that income's going to step up. I mean, 96% of the time, this index has displayed positive returns with a 6.37% average annualized return. I mean, there is a very high likelihood that your clients are going to get a strong step up in year 4, which is going to separate us from your competitors, our competitors as well, more likely than not. And it's such a great story to go to your clients with, to let them know. We've seen a lot of inconsistencies among volatility control indexes. It's something that, frankly, has kept me up at night in the past on how do we solve this. And I think we have an index that it's not an index. I hope we get a 20% return every year. I wouldn't bank on it. I think we're going to get, those 4 to 7% returns every single year that index annuities are designed to do inside of this index. And I think it's just a really great story to go share with clients about safe money. Any questions on this index or the?
Can you remove the income rider if you have not turned on the rider?
Yes.
Yes, you can.
Yep. And
And
you also don't need to elect single or joint until you act. Yeah, you do it when you turn the rider on.
And then how long has the index been live?
This index has been live since December of 2020. So last year, this says 2020 return. That's 2021 return. Sorry about that. This index has been live for a full year. So that 4.1% was our first full year of actual returns.
And right where it needs to be for an indexed annuity.
Yeah, that's
In
exactly
a
what
very turbulent year on a volatility index. We all have had our renewals from last year on some of those indexes that were illustrating at 13%, and that didn't happen for us. So
yeah.
that's a great story right there.
Right. And I was just at a conference, and it was, there were 5 different carriers there, and there was kind of like I'm sure you guys have all participated in them, where one right after another, every carrier gets up there and presents, right? And we all got up there and claimed that our index was the best index out there. And I think I just want to get away from that. I'm like, chasing returns or chasing waterfalls, right? I think like this is an index that 4 to 7%. We can pick any index, and I don't know which is going to be the best over the next 10 years. I don't know what's going to be the best over the next year. It's just, I think 4 to 7% positive returns every single year. I think that's just a really great story to be able to share. And this year, the index, the S&P 500 is down 10%. Pretty much every asset class across the board is down here this year. And this index is at a -2 so far, which means that we're still in a really good position if you want to look January to January to be able to put positive returns up on the board if the market kind of bounces back. And I think there are a lot of signs that say that it will. We're in a good position to put something good up on the board here again.
Well, and we also have a great S&P cap rate to diversify into, so that you do see a decent return for your client if you diversify into the S&P cap and the Horizon Index. That way, if the S&P soars, you're going in low and coming out high. And if it doesn't, you've got this volatility mechanism to give you around, I usually say 3 to 5. Anthony says 4 to 7, but whatever the case may be, a positive yield.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, and that's a really good point, Nicole. Like you'll see other carriers with, like their S&P 500 cap is next to
3.
nothing. Yeah, right now. And so like a diversification story doesn't really make sense. It's
Right. Yeah.
I think
No.
with us, you've got, on the bonus side of things, you've got a 60% par in this index. You've got a 30% par in the S&P 500, and you've also got a cap strategy. You could diversify amongst all three. Or, if you want to go no bonus, you've got 100% par here. You've got a 40% par in the S&P 500, and you've also got a strong cap rate. So again, it's a strong diversification story among all three.
Yep. And it doesn't look like we have any. Oh, wait a minute. The return for 2021, this slide, you must not have heard Anthony say that 2021 return was the 4.1%. The slide is just has the wrong date on it. Correct,
I
Anthony?
apologize. That's correct. I apologize, guys. I build my own slides, so that is my error that I need to go back and fix it.
Now, here's a good question, and I'm guessing the answer is no. You cannot add the rider after you start without it, correct?
Correct.
The rider has to be added at issue.
Yep.
To answer that question. Okay, it looks like those are all of them. If you guys have, I'll give you about 1 more minute. If I see somebody typing, do you have more slides to go over, Anthony?
I don't. I just
Okay.
had this last one. I can just talk through it here real quick. This is just an illustration of April 2019 through April of 2020 performance. We all remember what happened in the first quarter of 2020. The S&P 500 took a massive dip, right, when COVID, and this index did hold steady, and lost a little bit more than a point and a half, but we were still able to deliver approximately a 5% return for the clients during that time.
Which is right where we should be. All right, nobody is typing. So with that, I will say, we here at IAMS, I especially, we are available to get you any product information, index information, the chart that Anthony mentioned at the beginning of the webinar that shows you the payout percentages for single and joint based on premium deposit with the bonus. If you'd like that, anything that you need, anything that we can do to assist you in putting, at least taking a look at this product, because I know that you haven't been exposed to it because it does not come up on Annuity Rate Watch, but we encourage you to take a look at it and let us illustrate what it can do for your clients. With that, anything to add, Anthony?
No, I just thank you all so much for your time, and yeah, make sure you take the income challenge.
Yep, and I'll follow up with y'all after the webinar. So we'll be talking soon. Thanks for taking time out of your day. Thanks, Anthony, for joining us and giving us this great presentation. I look forward to talking to you and hope y'all have a great day.